I want to make sure that everybody understands that if you haven't signed up as a class member and you're in either Huffman's district or Thompson's district, you can sign up. There's flyers around. We're going to open it up right now to a Q&A from the media.
Yes, so the question is the relief that is being sought in this case, and an idea of how quickly that might be awarded by the court. So in terms of the relief, there's three types, and this is just how the legal system categorizes things. So one is what's known as declaratory relief, and that's where the court makes a declaration, a statement, in terms of the rights that have been violated, the constitutional violations. So we are seeking that. We are also seeking what's known as injunctive relief, and that's a court order to put an end to the allocation of funding of the Israeli military for the purpose for what has resulted in the ongoing genocide in Gaza. And the final category is damages or monetary relief, and that is for the compensation that the civil court system allows for people who have suffered harm in various ways, and as people spoke to, the various insignificant emotional harm that has been done as a result of being forced to be complicit in genocide. In terms of how quickly this may unfold, it's a cliche, the wheels of justice turn slowly, or something to that effect. This could be a long haul. We're certainly in for it. We will stay in this as long as it takes. It will likely not be a matter of months. It could be a year or more, but we're going to stay with it.
Right on. And I'm going to add one thing. And should there be the third category of relief, compensation for damages, as a class, we are going to donate any and all to the Palestinian people.
Any more questions from the media? Yes, media. Press conference. Any questions? Yeah. Yeah, just a minute.
She's got one right there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sorry. Time frame on the next court date, actual court hearing, is there a set date?
The question is a timeline in terms of the next court date. There is no court date on calendar at the moment. We just filed this morning. The next step is to serve the case. In other words, put the Congress members on notice that this has been filed. They'll get a copy of the paperwork. And then once they are served, they have 21 days to respond in court and file in court. And then after that, it depends on how they respond to the case in terms of an actual court hearing, which could be within a matter of a couple months, but it depends on how the defendants respond to the case.
Beautiful. Any more questions, folks?
From the press.
Okay. We probably have time for a question or two from non-media, and then I see her. She's been waiting, and then I see you. Absolutely, and then we'll wrap up. Yeah.
This is Sharon B., and she used to work for the State Department in Gaza 19 years ago.
My question for Dean is, if there is a ceasefire, the way that our lawsuit is written, would our actions still continue for an accountability thing, or how would that work? And thank you so much for your work.
Where's Dean?
Right behind you.
No, they're not using it.
Oh, okay. So in terms of the impact of a ceasefire on this case, should that come to be, that would take a conversation with the class and the class representatives. They control the destiny of this case to an extent. So we would have a discussion about that. But I would say that, that the harm has already been done. So, I think certainly with the class representatives and what they decided, we could certainly continue it even if there were a ceasefire.
I apologize if this was addressed earlier, but I would like to know if there's constituents from other districts who are excited about this lawsuit and want to use this as a model, and what level are we at trying to spread this across the nation?
It is a great question, and it's very exciting. As soon as the word started to get out, just 2 days ago, we sent our first press advisor. We got feedback. I know in the South Bay, people they want to know if they can hire Dean. They want to go for this. New York City, Seth, go ahead, Seth.
And we were contacted, folks that are connected with AROC. There's an interest in suing Pelosi. You see, we were all inspired by the lawsuit back in January that the Center for Constitutional Rights and the Palestinian families who were plaintiffs sued the Biden administration. And then, of course, the federal court said, well, we don't do foreign policy. This is different. We're talking about what they're doing with our domestic tax dollars. And they don't have a right to just do whatever the hell they want with that tax dollars. They can't build a private religious school with federal tax money, and they sure as heck can't fund genocide. So we hope this replicates. We know that folks in the New York, the Palestine Committee of the New York City National Lawyers Guild reached out, and they're interested maybe in amicus. So this is serious, and we are in this for the long haul. And even if there's a ceasefire tomorrow, we want the damages so we can donate to the rebuilding of Palestine.
And we want a declaration that what they did was immoral and illegal. Period.
I just want to remind people that if you know anyone in Huffman or Thompson's district, please let them know that they can continue. We are taking members all the way up to when it goes to court, I believe. Is that right, Dean? Yeah. So spread the word in all the counties where you know people in their districts.
So we just got informed from the Kiyoshi and Keenan that the live stream had over 260 folks on it. Undoubtedly, media was reaching out to us wanting that link, so we'll see how that plays out, but that's exciting. It will be a permanent YouTube post as well. Thanks as well to Scott and Dean Johansson, Scott Stewart and Dean Johansson for all the banners. And again, if you know of people who are wanting to sign up, let's do it. Senators can also be sued for this because they're also part of Congress, obviously. Congress has power of the purse. Let's wrap up for why we're all here. And what we're all here, of course, is for power to the people and for a free Palestine and an end to genocide.